The life you want comes through the repetition of hard things. But hard things get easier the more you do them and you build momentum. So if you want to get better at improving your life and finding the best version, dig into those hard things, build momentum with discipline, and you'll be amazed at where you end up. If you're new here, welcome to the 5 a.m. Squat Club, where we get up every morning and push ourselves with discipline, fitness, and work towards our goals so that we don't look back on our lives and wonder what if. Before we move the body today, we gotta choose our first thoughts. Let's go for it. So, what we start every session with is what we call priming the mind with a little bit of breath work. So if you want to find yourself a little bit of space, put your feet underneath your hips and sit down. You can relax down. We call this paleo squat. You can grab a counterbalance if you feel like you're going to fall backwards. And we're going to slow down the breathing here. We're going to do what's called a box breath. It'll be a 4-second inhale, a 4-second pause at the top, a 4-second exhale, and then a 4-second pause at the bottom while we choose our first thoughts. So we're going to start on an inhale in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. I am responsible for my decisions and for the outcomes. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. I will make time between stimulus and my response. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. I have all I need to succeed today and will focus on progress over perfection. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. I choose gratitude. Inhale. All right. Step 1, mindset prepped. Let's move the body. All right. So let's get moving here for our active recovery morning session. We're going to start with 2 minutes of getting down and getting up. You've gotten yourself out of your bed. Now it's time to get up off the floor. What that looks like is crawl yourself down or hop yourself down all the way to the ground. Get back up. Simple as that. You can walk it down, walk it back up, get a little celebration at the top. Most important thing is that we're getting all the way down. So lay it fully on the floor and then get all the way up and even leave the ground for a sec. We'd start our day with this every session once we prime our minds, because this is an essential movement for life, right? It's necessary that you can get up off the floor if you happen to end up on the floor. So that's why this is number 1. It's also a great way to start getting the blood flowing, turn up the heart rate a little bit, lubricate the joints, and tell the body that it's time to turn it up and get into some intensity for the day. And while we're at this, we can talk about how the more you do it, the easier it becomes. Momentum is built through repetition, And if you want to do something, choose the thing that is hard that gets you there and repeat it over and over. And the more you do it, as I say, the easier it's going to become to do it. The more times I get up at 4:30, the easier it becomes to wake up at 4:30. The more I start to see results in my fitness because I'm doing the hard work, the more I'm motivated to keep doing it. Because momentum is hard to stop, but hard to start as well. All right. All right, the goal is to create enough momentum that you don't even have to think about it, that it becomes habitual, like a stone rolling downhill. All right, next portion of the warm-up, we're gonna get into the hip flexors, starting with some knee raises here, just standing nice and tall, bringing the knee towards the chest, keeping the bottom leg, standing leg straight. Starting to feel a little pinch in the front of the hip there as that muscle works, or that group of muscles, I guess. Go ahead and switch legs. Good morning, team. Good morning, Job, Jody, equipment. March, good morning. March has got a live stream, I think, coming up today at noon. Is it noon, March? I think I saw something up there. You want to tell us about that? All right, from there, we'll switch it up to our good morning. So feet underneath the hips. You're just thinking about sending the hips back, finding some hamstring tension, standing, squeezing the butt. Opening up posterior chain a little bit. You can start increasing the range of motion if you'd like, as you start to feel the posterior chain there opening up. Just a quick hello, thanks, I appreciate it. I have a lot to do today. See you later. All right, March. You should stick around and join us. We got our active recovery session today, which should set us up well for the upcoming week of intensity. Don't want to beat ourselves up every day. We take our active recovery session every Sunday. Set ourselves up. All right, next, we're going to go with our single leg. So go ahead and just take one foot off the floor. I'm just going to hang out there. You can get in some hops if you'd like. You can just stand. You can drop and raise the non-standing hip. Just starting to get a little bit of work in the foot, ankle of that standing leg. Start turning it on. We're hopping today. Switch sides once you've got, 10 reps or so of whichever one you've chosen. You'll notice one side is generally a little bit more balanced than the other, a little bit stronger potentially. Spend more time on the weak side in order to start bringing that back. All right, from there we're going to get into an alternating lunge. We'll go with a step back, so take a long step back, let the hips drop straight down until that back knee kisses the floor, that is. And then drive up through both feet. Bring them together at the top, squeeze the butt. Get at least 10 there. Starting to get some blood flow in the legs. Good morning, Kevin Hoyle. Good morning. Or is it Kevin Doyle? Sorry, my bad. Kevin Doyle Coaching. I do know you. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. We're just getting warmed up for our active recovery today. 4 movements on the docket. 20 minutes, get that blood flowing. As I'm saying, getting ready for some intensity for the week. Hang out with us, let's do it together. All right, from there we'll come down to all fours. We're gonna go with a thread the needle for the thoracic spine open in first round. You're gonna take one hand off the floor, sweep it between the other hand and the knees, try to take that shoulder to the ground. You can push into the floor with the opposite hand. And then we're gonna open it up and reach to the ceiling with that same arm. So sweep it underneath, shoulder to the floor, and uncoil. Let's get 5 per side. Thanks, dog. Don't keep giving it to me, I don't want that. After you've got 5 there, go ahead and switch sides. Other shoulder to the floor. Oh yeah, that feels good. Okay, one more of those, and then we'll hop up for our first round air squats. Come on up. We'll go feet underneath the shoulders. Thinking about sending the hips back and down, arms in front as a counterbalance if you'd like. Try to take the hip below the knee, and then stand her back up, squeeze the butt again. Thinking about keeping the knees tracking in line with the feet, not letting them fall in. Always thinking about that arch in the foot. So I'm grabbing the floor with my feet. Wow, that knee is a little cranky this morning. Hey, dog. All right, we'll get into a second round here. Turn that standing knee raise into a standing march. Just turning up the speed a little bit, but still focusing on closing up the hip while keeping the torso nice and tall, so I'm not letting the pelvis follow the femur and losing that hip flexion. From there, we're gonna go with our staggered traveling good morning. So one foot slightly behind the other one, toes lined up with the heel, and then you're just gonna send the hips back, finding that front hamstring, standing up, squeezing the butt, and then we're gonna step forward into the next one. Send the hips back, squeeze the butt, and just alternate that, taking a little step forward every time. Ooh, that hamstring's tight. Getting into that posterior chain, noticing likely that one side is tighter than the other. Spending a little more time on that side if necessary. Get a couple there. Keep moving. We got a few more, and then we're gonna go with our single leg RDL. This right side is tighter. Okay, from there, a little bit more balanced. You come up on one foot, take the other foot off the ground, send it back behind you, stand it up, squeeze the butt. You can take that to whatever range of motion feels accessible and balanced. Find the edges a little bit where it becomes challenging, but trying to keep that opposite foot off the ground the whole time. And once again, feel free to get more reps on the less balanced side, which I'm doing here. So much more challenging. May require a little more focus on the less balanced side. The more you do it, ideally, the more that balance will be balanced. That didn't come out smoothly, but from side to side, it'll even out. If you can be conscious of spending a little extra time on the weaker side. Although we are pretty habitual creatures, so being aware and making those adjustments in our regular life requires good presence. All right, from there, we're gonna get into our Spider-Man lunge. Excuse me, Maple. So we'll come down into our plank, and then from there, we're gonna step outside the hands with one leg, and you can get some rotations, you can get some back and forwards here. Just finding those tight spots in the hamstring and the front leg, hip flexor in the back, a little bit in the sides as well. Hey Jody, I have a similar burpee challenge coming up in a week's time. We'll be doing over 2,000 Monday week. Huh? What are you saying? 2K for the week? Whoa. I'm raising money for a children's charity here in Ireland, and every pound donated, I'll be doing a burpee. We're up to up to 1,800 as of Friday. Awesome. Are you doing them all in one day, Kevin, or is it in a week? Is that what you're saying? Hey, Job, you want to weigh in on this? Job did, I'm going to get it wrong, but over 2,000 burpee pull-ups early November in 12 hours. So is that one day? I've done 1,000 in a day, but that's the most I've done. I think it was in 100 minutes. I did 10 every minute for 100 minutes one year. I think I've done 1,000 twice, but never 1,800, never 2,000. That's pretty exciting. So is that in a single day, or is that in a week? And if so, if it's in a day, streaming it, can we watch it somehow? Wow. That's side is tight here for me. All in one go, I'm aiming for 500 to 600 an hour. Wow, there you go. So that's 10 a minute, approximately. For what, like 4 hours kind of thing? That sounds good. Good for you, man. That's gonna be fun. Have you been training specifically for that? Have you been doing a lot of extra burpees? We'll attempt to go live on Instagram. Great. That'll be fun to watch. Jody. Holy cannoli. Alright, last side here on the Spider-Man lunge. And yeah, we may be spending a little extra time here. I think this is a great one, especially to start the day. Especially on active recovery day, when our goal is really just to set ourselves up for success for the rest of the week. Right, move the body in some positions that allow us to recover a little bit, maybe even push our flexibility, range of motion a little bit. All right, from there, one more, thoracic spine. There you go, there's Job, he's been there. All right, for the last one here, we're just gonna go with a little upper body Superman. So we're gonna go arms straight overhead, and we're just gonna lift from the shoulder, keeping the arms straight. We'll get 10 reps there, trying to keep the belly down. I don't wanna lift up as high as I can. I wanna lift mostly at the shoulders. A little bit of upper back. All right, and then we'll hop up for our second and last set of squats, and then we'll talk about our workout here today. So feet back underneath the shoulders. Oh, that knee is a little unhappy right now. I notice that when I eat sugar, which I've probably been eating a little too much honey recently in preparation for cleaning up in January, but I notice when I eat sugar that my joints hurt a little bit more. So all the more reason to keep that inflammation down. Eating more meat. Sheesh. That's cranky. Okay, a couple more squats, and then let's talk about it. Hey, dog. All right, so Sunday, active recovery day. Our goal here is to move, get the heart rate up, feel good. I'll always say at the end of this session, you know that you've been successful if you want to do a workout. If you feel like, hey, I could go now, that's kind of the goal. So our 4 movements that we're gonna go through 5 times each, 20-minute EMOM. One is gonna be, if you have a machine, a bike erg or a rower or a ski erg or a fan bike, then you're just gonna go for 40 seconds, moderate pace on that. If you don't have a machine, you could go with burpees, just nice, slow, steady burpees. Either walk it down, hop it down, walk or hop it back up, celebrate the top. Or even you could go with a kind of a jog on the spot. So that's our first movement, machine calories, just a moderate, cardio effort, call it. Movement number 2, is going to be a hang, and I may aim to mess around with this and try different versions of the hang, but at a base level, you know, maybe 20, 30, 40 seconds, depending on how you're feeling, of just a hang on the bar. If you don't have a pull-up bar, get yourself a pull-up bar. It's a cheap tool. Mine's $60 that you can use for a whole lot of different things. So you can go palms out, just a regular pull-up grip hang. You can go palms in. What do you got? Dog, no. You could go single arm if you're feeling pretty good today. And then what you could do, I might do the old monkey bars. So alternating single arm hang. Oh, that thing is so slippery. I'm gonna have to take the foam off of that someday. So some sort of hang. Movement number 3 is gonna be our plank to crab. So you can start in a plank or in a crab position, or even a tabletop if you want to bring the hips up. And you're gonna bring one leg out and then rotate. What are you doing now? Maple. Drop it. It's gonna be a messy morning. No, play with your toys, look. So from your plank to the crab, just alternating, taking one foot and the opposite hand off the ground, and then switching positions. So just moving around, right? Something we don't typically do, just, you know, that's not for reps, it's not for time, it's just moving through those two positions. I'm at my nephew's. Okay, I'll get you on this. And then the frog hops, number 4. Don't worry, I'll give you some modifications if you don't have gear today. Number 4, frog hops. Basically in your paleo squat position. Maple. Sorry, it's gonna be one of those mornings. In your paleo squat position with the hands on the floor, you're gonna reach the hands forward and then hop. And we could do this forwards and backwards. You could probably even do it side to side. Yeah. Anything like that is good, where you're basically bringing your weight into your hands and then transitioning or shifting your feet into a new squat position. Okay, so if you don't have any equipment this morning, movement number 1, go with the slow burpee or the high knees. Instead of a hang, good question. If you've got no equipment, I mean, it'll be tough to maintain the stimulus there, Jody, with the hang. So you could sub in anything, really. If you don't have something to hang on, you know, you could go with a squat hold. You could sub in, if you don't have much, you could go with a handstand hold. That's not a bad idea, actually, Jody. Maybe a handstand hold. We will do those tomorrow, but just thinking, if you have no gear and you don't want to kind of hang on a table or something, that's not a bad idea. And then frog hops and plank, those are equipment free. I'll do berries. So that's burpees for the row, handstand hold for the hang. Well, there we go. We're talking the same language. All right, so relatively simple machine calories or burpees or run on the spot. Hang on your bar, or I guess handstand hold if you have no equipment. Number 3, hey, plank to crab, right? So going from your plank position into upside down and back and forth. And then the frog hop. So from your squat position, either hopping backwards or hopping forward, shifting the weight into the hands, taking it out of the feet, and then recycling. All right, Chiba, good morning. Good morning. Join us. We're doing our active recovery day, 20-minute EMOM, 4 movements, 5 rounds each. Let's get after it here. All right, simple. It's all written on the bottom there. If you have any questions, just drop them in the chat. Jody, I have a bed, I could just lay in it. No, you don't want to do that. All right, let's get after it. Machine first, hang, plank to crab, and then frog hops. Let's just get the body moving today. Let's see here, 20 every minute. All right, team, it's just time to go. So choose a pace on all this stuff that gets the heart rate up a little bit, lubricates the joints, but doesn't leave you feeling crushed. All right, 10 seconds. Machine, 4 burpees, or run on the spot first. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Turn on. There we go. Remember, first round, you could just kind of take it easy and warm it up. And then turn it up as you go if you like. That's 20 seconds. That's 30. That's 40. Let me go for 45 or 50. 45. It's 50. Make sure you have enough transition time and you're good. Hang in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. So you're trying to slow the breathing while you hang. 15. Choose an amount of time you think you can maintain for 5 rounds. It's 20. It's 30. Just breathe. 40. Nice relaxed shoulders. Just working the grip. 45. Table. That's 50. And we're going plank to pike, or plank to crab. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead.
Feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of come easy.
Think about lifting the hips, the top there. I'm gonna switch hands halfway through here. So I'm on the right hand and the left foot currently. But at halfway, I'm gonna switch. So I'm gonna switch there, left hand, right foot. And this is just, it's working your proprioception, coordination, a little bit of balance, a little bit of wrist mobility and strength. And it's not your typical lift a barbell, but lots of value in this. Just like our handstands, getting upside down, getting out of position, all good for the proprioception. All right, movement 4, into your squat, or hopping around. Once again, you can go forwards, you can go backwards. If this isn't fully accessible, you can do a 1-2, you can walk with it, or hop, depending on how that's feeling. Remember, this one burns the hip flexors a little bit. I just did my morning routine. Later gonna do muscle up Navy SEAL burpee ladder with the Gain Bros. I don't think I've heard of the Gain Bros before. Might have to look that up. It's awesome. If you guys haven't seen Chiba's channel, he does a lot of variants. There's a lot of calisthenics, but then there's some sessions in the gym as well with barbells, and it's got a pretty solid handstand as well. All right, round 2. Back on the machine. 3, 2, 1, go. Game arm. That's 20. That's 30. That's 40. 45. 50. Catch your breath. 3, 2, 1. Hang. I'm gonna go chin up grip on this one. Oh, that pulls. That's 10.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy.
So feel free to change up the grip. Mix up what you're doing. I'm going palms backwards on this one, like a chin up grip. That's 20. You may notice that that's tight on the forearms, depending on whether you do this or not regularly. But just make sure you're not always doing the same variation. Hi, Doug.
I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility.
40.
Unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power.
45.
Take a cold shower.
One plank to crab in 10. 50. All right. Plank to crab. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. They deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I'm doing this wrong, aren't I? Stop till I wear the crown. Yeah, definitely doing it wrong. I was going backwards there. I was going same hand, same foot. Doesn't feel right. It's halfway. Switch it up. You can do it keeping that foot off the ground even. Messing around with different variations. Hey, dog. 10. And then we're going froggy. 5. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. I'm gonna try a sideways here. I don't know if it's still called frog, but hey, dog. Hey, you. Hey, you. Hi. Oh, yeah. I know, you're right in my face. Right in my face, dog. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. You're a lot, eh? You're a lot. It's 30. Hey. You're gonna walk it a little bit, like hands on the floor, duck walk. Just spending time moving around through that squat position. All right, moving back to your machine or burpees or running on the spot, round 3. 3, 2, 1, go ahead. That's 20. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me, and what was left over I put towards my dreaming. 30. The only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. 40. I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. And 50. Take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder, and all the doubters, they're just your downers. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, hang. I always fought just to wear the crown. Said I was gonna do monkey bars, but I don't know. That's 10. Slow the breathing. 20. Stop. That's 30. Good job, team. That's halfway here. 40. 45. 50. Alright. Planked crab. And 3, 2, 1. And this round, foot off the ground.
It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they don't let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown.
Like that challenge of keeping that foot off the ground is pretty fun. You're gonna try that. Morning, Jabes. Jabes, try this one. Go from a plank to your crab and back. All right, frog. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Hopping around on this round. If you want to try, when you hop forward, come right to the heels, as opposed to just hopping onto the forefoot. Hop forward, bring the heels down. Whoa, that's rough. Heels down. Requires a whole lot of extra hip flexor.
Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. What was left over I put towards my dreaming.
Try this. Ow. Same thing going backwards. Whoa. Right to the heels. That's no joke. The hip flexors burn.
I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours. It takes
10.
some power.
All right, back to your machine or burpees or run on the spot. Round 4. 3, 2, 1, go.
I swear to God they don't let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't
20.
stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
It's 30. 40. 50. Back to the hang. He's doing great. 3, 2, 1. Try to slow down the breathing. Just hang on.
I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve
20.
an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it.
Probably the hardest part, bringing down the heart rate. 30.
I won't stop till I wear the crown.
Keep it up, team. 40. 45. 50. Alright, back to the plank to crab. 5, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. I'm gonna bring the hips up on this one. Open up the shoulders a little bit. Feel free to come into a tabletop on each one.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me.
Sides.
Had to rise up just so they could see me.
Hey, Maple.
Did what I had to do just
help
to
it?
feed
Oh.
me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your
15.
own brand. And damn, I feel like
Left.
no one takes accountability. They
10.
want credibility, convincingly
And we're
unwilling
going
to put
frog
in
next.
hours it takes to get some power. Don't be fucking
3,
sour. Take a cold
2,
shower. Scream
1.
until you're louder. Work until you're prouder. And all the doubters, they're just young downers.
Hey,
I swear to God,
hey,
they all let me down.
hey, you're too excited.
Just to wear the crown. I'm off in
You're
these
too excited.
clowns. Who were all taught they
Whoa.
deserve renown.
Wow.
Work for it.
The dog is all out.
If you work for it.
There's no such thing as
Stop till they hear me now.
half speed with her.
Won't stop till I wear the crown.
30 seconds. And then one more round, team. One more round of machine or burpees or run on the spot. One more hang. One more crab to plank. And then one more froggy after that.
Let's go. I'm just telling you to fight for your
And then homework
dreams, but it's
time.
not what it seems.
Alright,
It's hard to
last round.
when everybody wants to be king. Yeah,
Machine,
they all
burpees,
wanna
or run,
win, yeah, we all
and
wanna
go.
be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart? Are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs. Are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God, they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these
20.
clowns. Who were all taught they deserve renounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it.
30.
I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God, they all let me down.
40. 45. 50. Last hang. 3, 2, 1. $20.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had
30.
to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards
40.
my dreaming. But the
Keep
only
it up.
thing in life that has meaning
Last
are the
set
things you gotta work for,
of
believe
this.
me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can
50.
land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability.
Plank
They
grab.
want the credibility,
55.
convincingly unwilling to put
3,
in the
2,
hours it takes to get some
1.
power. Don't be fucking
Hey,
sour.
dog.
Take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And it's all the doubters, they're just young downers. I swear to God, they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns. Who were all taught they deserve renounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now.
Switch
I
sides.
won't stop till I wear
Other
the crown.
direction, sorry. Hey. Who wants this dog? You. You got that crazy look in your eyes, dog. Like a crazy dog. Like you're crazy. Yeah. Another 10 seconds. And then we got our last frog. 5, 3, 2, 1. Back in that frog. Last round. Or last minute.
So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart? Are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs. Are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God, they all let me down. I always crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
20 seconds left. Keep her going. Ten. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Feels great. Woo. Walk around a little bit. Catch your breath if you need. Well, that's coming off. We're gonna do a little bit of mobility, especially for those hip flexors. They are feeling a little tight after those frogs. I definitely got the hip flexors going. Good job, team. Well done. Well done. Let me know how that was. How did that feel? What was challenging there? What was easy? How was it without gear if you're doing that? Let's, Jabes, my shorts are blue. Job, don't forget to hit that like button. Like it. Love it. Yeah, listen to him. Hangs felt good. Good to hear. All right, while we're cooling down here a little bit, we're gonna get into a couch stretch for the hip flexors. So I've got a mat, but you could use a, Job, before you run, just let you know, I've got a couple clips of the party yesterday, and I know you weren't there, but there was actually an award for you. I think it was Male Athlete of the Year, so congratulations. All the hard work you put in was definitely recognized. So great job, dude. All right, so if you got a mat or a sweatshirt or something soft, put it into the corner of the wall on the floor, and then you're gonna go ahead and put your knees on there with the shin up the wall, and then from there step out in front with the opposite leg, and we're gonna hang out here for a minute or so here. I'll show you really quick that one clip. So I'll show you the clip of before you run away, Job. The female award. This is what it would have looked like if you were there. So this was the Female Athlete of the Year, and right afterwards we recognized Joe, but he was not there, so would have had a similar experience, but we'll have to give you that award when you're in the gym next. But congratulations, great job. So what you're thinking here now is squeezing the butt cheek on the leg that is back behind you. So I'm thinking about pushing this hip down and forwards, and you're gonna feel a good stretch in the front hamstring and that back hip flexor. And we'll stay here for a minute per side. And we'll think about how, you know, when you start doing something or when you've done it a couple times, that it's easier to keep going than if you stop. And I know that sounds just overly simplified, but every time, you know, for example, if we were to go on vacation, and you hear this a lot, that, you know, if you go on vacation, say for a week, and you don't exercise or you don't maintain your good habits, that it's way harder to come back to those habits when you come back from vacation or when you re-engage in your training. So, you know, the idea is that momentum is very powerful, and momentum is just like, you know, I should have defined momentum, but, you know, movement in a direction that, you know, creates more movement in that direction. I know that's not the definition, but you just think of, you know, something. Oh, we use an example here. So think of, and I've used this for core to extremity wave of contraction before, but think about, you have a car, and on the back bumper of the car vertically, you've got like a scale, like a weight scale, like a bathroom scale that you would weigh yourself on. We can switch sides here. And you're pushing on the scale to move that car forward, right? So and the car's on flat ground, for example, and you're pushing on that scale on the back bumper, and at first you're working really hard, and that scale is gonna show a super high number, and you're pushing and you're pushing and you're pushing, and you're not really going anywhere yet. But over time, if you keep pushing, that thing starts to roll a little bit, and the number on the scale decreases, right? The amount of force required to keep that thing going is less. And if you pick up the pace, if you start running with that thing, you get to a place where the car is moving with very, very little force on that scale. And this is the idea of momentum, is that twofold. One, it becomes easier to do the thing when you've done it more times before, especially if you've done it in some sort of consistent rhythm. And then the second thing is you become a person that's doing that thing, right? And the more you do the thing, the more you believe you're the person that does the thing, the easier it is to do that thing because you're that person that does the thing, right? It's easy to do exercise if you define yourself as an exerciser. It's easy to eat healthy if you see yourself as someone who eats healthy regularly, because you've created that momentum, you've created that identity through doing it enough times. And remember that doing it more times makes it easier to do again. So, keep the momentum, keep the consistency, because momentum creates more momentum, and success creates more success, and really becomes creation of identity, that you are the person that whatever you want to do, you know how to start, create momentum, and roll with it. So on that note, oh my eye, Maple. On that note, here's the dog. We talk about progress every day here. We talk about, finding a rhythm so that we can maintain consistency on our exercise, but also on our goals. And when you have clarity on what your goal is, and you have clarity on what the step that you can do every day over and over again in order to achieve that goal, then all you need is consistency. You just need momentum. You just need the discipline to continue to do those things on the days that it's challenging, which become fewer and further between the more you do it, right? The days become less and less challenging because you have experience, because you have momentum, because you have identity that aligns with that purpose, that goal that you're thinking about. Do it over and over and it becomes easier, it becomes who you are. Right? It's the same concept as the momentum that we're talking about, that, the more you do that thing, the more you are that person. And the more you are that person, the easier it is to do the thing, because it's who you are. It's who you identify as. And when I say identify as, I don't mean like a cat. So, do the things that make all this easier, right? I mean, there's one other concept that probably important, that if you're gonna make these changes, if you're gonna dedicate yourself to something, that taking care of yourself physically and mentally are gonna make those things easier. So if you're eating trash food, if you're eating sugar and processed junk, and you're not sleeping well, and you're not exercising, that discipline is gonna become harder, right? Momentum is gonna become harder because you're not giving yourself the tools to do those positive things. So take care of your energy through, eating whole foods, mostly meats and eggs, and then, maybe some fruits and veggies, and sleeping, right? Prioritize getting to bed, not filling your brain with social media trash, thinking for yourself, thinking critically about the way that we live and the goals that we have. Then it becomes easier, right? Because you're taking care of your physical and mental health. Then when you want to take steps towards those goals, You know, you feel good. You have the energy. You have the good, lack of words, you know, you've got that energy. Energy is the perfect word for it. That will move you towards those endeavors that are going to be challenging. Because if you feel crappy, you're not going to take those steps. Okay, I think I got one more little clip here just to finish off. It's just another clip from the party. This is a common occurrence when we have a Christmas party and people start drinking, is exercise competitions. So I think this was a minute max burpees. This was literally, I have my coat on, I've got my bag, and we are heading out the door because we were there with the girls. And you can see there are other kids there as well participating. I think those are actually Yaroslav's kids. There you go. Participating there in the burpee challenge. Somebody getting no rep by Coach Freya there. But this is definitely what happens. I think as we were leaving, I saw the rowers coming out as well, probably like a 1 minute max cals, but always entertaining at these, you know, CrossFit Christmas parties, because you get a bunch of fit people who are, you know, pretty competitive, who have been drinking and push themselves, and it's pretty entertaining to watch. So once a year we get out there, but because we were there with the girls, we left at 7, which was fantastic. And I was in bed by 9, so that was a perfect Christmas party. All right, team, we've been going for an hour here already, so we're gonna start shutting her down. Make sure you've hit that thumbs up button before we run away, and make sure that you join us tomorrow morning for AMRAP Monday. I don't know if I should keep telling you what we got going, but I'll check it out anyways. Let's see here. Tomorrow, AMRAP toes to bar and thrusters. Oh, what a day. Beautiful. And then we've got handstand holds. So a good deal of shoulders tomorrow, some legs. That'll be a fun one. All right, team, make sure you go and do your homework. Make progress towards the goal that is most important to you. And I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for joining me this morning. I love you guys. Peace.